this is gonna come up. The factory was controversial as locals did not want it there. The Roottree visited Brazil around Christmas and managed to break ground on the project. Since then, however, it has been operating relatively smoothly, except for two incidents. The first was Incendio de Bordio in 1982, and the second was an unsuccessful strike in 1995 that involved all the factory workers being replaced. The factory was originally built and run by a small company called Nova Corporação Doces Brazil, which literally translates to the New Brazil Candy Corporation. This company no longer exists. Not much information has even existed about it, and the Roottrees now run Roottree Brazil entirely. Interesting. Where to start? Edison source. A Brazilian politician. You find a dissertation published by a college student as part of their PhD in history. It focuses on the rise of democracy in Brazil. It seems up until 1988, Brazil was run by the military, and the politics during that time were often a hotbed for corruption and nepotism. The paper's tales of a few politicians at the time, including Edson Soares. Edson is a former mayor of Alvagalos, Brazil. Before politics, he was a manager at an automotive manufacturing plant for a major American car company. He was put in charge by the military government in 1973. As mayor, he used his manufacturing background and knowledge of American business to establish new factories, distribute plants, and other business ventures in the area. These had two side effects. First, he became quite rich. Secondly, many locals were forcibly relocated. This did not make him a popular mayor, and what the paper speculates was a move to counteract this unpopularity. His wife, Sonia, was discreetly put in charge of their television station called Telerede. He often used his connection to ensure supporters would appear on local television, sprouting his beliefs and emphasizing his political victories. I need to know his daughter's name. He remained in the office until 1988 when he was defeated in the first election after the military government was no longer in control. After this election loss, he quickly left the town behind. It is not known where he has gone, but the dissertation even speculates he likely fled to stay alive. That sounds about right, probably the right thing to do. Sonia. It does nothing relevant. However, it does return a page that lists a news anchor in Brazil named Flavio Soares. Okay. Sonia. News anchor. Mother Sonia. I'm gonna put it down. That would be. Is that a you or you? So let's do this. And we know the last name would be Source. And we know news anchor. If this doesn't hit, then she goes somewhere here and this swaps. Okay. A young Brazilian newscaster with a bit of a cult following. The discourse surrounding... Oh, that is a guy. Oops. So you should have an older sister. Son of a gun. Because we know that whoever the daughter is slept with Guy for sure. So, Susan Ford, you do go here. So this would be... Oh, crap. What is the dad's name? It is Edson Thor. Oh wait, what am I doing? That's not right. Clear this. Oh no, wait, no, it's not right. He didn't sleep. He didn't sleep with the wife, he slept with the daughter. Son of a gun. I hope he didn't sleep with the mom too, because that would be horrible. Oh man, okay. Okay, let's go back. The discourse surrounding him is, to put in polite terms, lewd. There's a website about something called fan fiction that has a small section dedicated to him. It seems that women and some men of a wide variety of ages and writing skills tend to find him worthy of inclusion in their stories. You skim some of the tales there and learn that a common thread is that he's currently dating a supermodel named Ashley York. Many stories either seem to ignore her existence or get her out of the picture rather quickly. There are also other more traditional fan sites that list some things about him, including his age, 18. Zodiac sign, Libra. Favorite food, grilled steak. His mother's name, Sonia. And also it seems that Flavio translates to golden haired. One website with the sign publicity photo of Flavio's seems to confirm this. The photo has been added to your evidence. What? Oh. No, that was right then. I still don't feel like this is... I don't know. I don't know. Man. You know what? Well, if this hit, this will be right. Let's do... what's his name? Flavio Source. Not right. And they didn't get divorced. At least I don't think they did. Ugh. Let's see if it hits. I don't understand the golden haired, but okay. Um, Sonia was a they made her a crap. It's television station. Put in charge. What does that count as? I'm gonna say CEO. Let's look up Telerede. Search. Came into being in 1970 after a vacuum was created due to the removal of a different network at the hands of the Brazilian military dictatorship. Due to lack of evidence, you don't have much to go on about who ran it and when. Need a freaking picture. I don't think she counts. She matters. British model with ads for perfume, clothing, and jewelry, subject of some controversy in the past few months. She has been protested by PETA for wearing fur on the cover of some magazines. She's dating a young Brazilian news anchor named Flavio and has brought them both somewhat into the limelight. Sure, just in case. I doubt it's going to be here, probably with the teen stuff. Hopefully. There we go. Ashley York, a British model, appeared on the cover of Teen Blast wearing the first shawl 3 months ago. Doesn't lead to any useful information, but more recent appearance in text only mentions she's dating Flavio. In it, they asked how they met. I was in Rio for a carnival and he was on one of the parade floats. I had no idea who he was, but I liked what I saw and told my people to invite him to the party I was going to. I felt pretty stupid once I realized that we were going to his party. Well, his mother's party. She runs a media empire down there called Transmetropolia, something like that, of massive media group owned and run by the mysterious woman named Sonia Alves. Common name, so he shortened it to Nia to stand out in the public's eye. According to the history page that focuses on her company and vague, unsearchable details, she received a significant inheritance in 1980 and invested it in many different manufacturing businesses in her hometown in Brazil. At the same time, she had just begun to learn the ins and outs of running a television network. She continued to work in television until 1988, when Brazil began its period of reform. She felt this was the perfect opportunity to launch her own media company using her investments and connections. Now her company owns television networks, magazines, newspapers, and advertisement firms. After doing some translating, the page about Nia lists her as unmarried. Ooh. So what happened to Edson? It does not go into any other relationship history. Searching for Nia, you learn that she stays out of the spotlight. She doesn't even appear at shareholders meetings. She sends a proxy. Ooh. I need a picture. Sonia Alves. No relevant. It seems she has a fairly common name. Let's continue. I'm gonna do all of it with her name really quickly. Maybe the husband after before. Well, let's do Alves first. Okay. Come on. Okay. Who would it be? I know this is correct. I'm not even. Let's do this. I still feel like that's wrong. Oh wait, son of a gun. I don't. This is so disgusting. So then, okay, so 1 for sure, maybe 2, 3. I think they're the same person, so I'm going to swap you out. And then I'm going to say you were upset. One, 2, 3. Ugh. What am I missing? Let's do Ashley. I doubt it, but won't hurt to try. Difficulty. Let's go back. Ugh. All right, what am I missing? Next. Roottree everywhere. Oh, you were not supposed to be here. Son of a gun. Expansion in the late 1970s. Other large companies. Mixed success. Canada, Mexico, and other countries in Europe, mostly the UK. It started with 4 that had no share. There's Brazil, Australia, China, and France. Okay, before. Oh, I wish I could move this to another page. Fabio, news anchor, Mother Sonia. This is gonna annoy me. Let's see. And dating at all. York. Go back. And it's a super mild. We need to distinguish that. Okay. Let's go back to this because I need to figure out. It was, which one was it? Australia. Let's look her up next. One of the companies. Okay, let's go to people. Create to manufacture and distribute Roottree candy, part of the Roottree Initiative, Everywhere Initiative in summer 1979. Charles Martin, who owned a company that manufactured licorice. I have so many papers. Was tapped to run the Roottree factory after he impressed the American leadership of the Roottree Candy Company at the time. They did have some success, but only in certain regions. The manufacturing leg of the company shattered in 1992. After the death of Martin, and Roottree also now serves as an importer and distributor. Semi. Okay. Now we can look up Martin. We need, your daughter name is Susie something or something along that line. Cane manufacturer, had a popular brand of licorice called Martin's Licorice Bullets. We may get a picture out of this. Let's see. Never mind. Most of its history is unrelated to the Roottrees. However, in 1979, he helped to develop Roottrees. He used his own wealth to build a new factory and then distributed the maple treats through the same methods he had already been using for his previous candy venture. A website about the Australian commerce mentions that he had a very unusual business agreement with the Roottree Company in the U.S. Much like the Clan's Trust distributed the profits from the Roottree Company evenly to the Roottree family, the profits of the Roottree was be split 50-50 between the American Roottree Company and Martin himself for him to do with what he wishes. This made Martin very, very wealthy, but also led to many cost-cutting measures meant to increase profits as much as possible, especially towards the end of his life in the 1990s. In the early 1990s, Roottree candy gained a poor reputation in Australia, and sales suffered immensely. His vast fortune was passed along to his daughter Robin Martin, who sold both businesses at first opportunity. Let's see if we can get this. See, this is the thing. I honestly don't know if she's married. But Robin... Wait, are you Susie? Wait. No, Susie was the last one for sure. but maybe. Crap. Robin. Let's look up Robin. Featured in many of the top 100 wealthiest women in the world, she owns a private island off the coast. Please has 2 children, where she reportedly has her own exclusive retreat. She has no husband, and there was a widely circulated rumor somewhere in the mid-70s that she had a procedure to ensure she would never have children. You find a joke on a site called Edgy Jokes that implies she's quite promiscuous and has a punchline involving Robin's eggs. For what it's worth, Martin seemed to lean into the rumors. In the 80s, she once showed up at a function with 3 very attractive men, each wearing a shirt that said simply, "Satisfy a partner" on it. Wow. Robin Martin search. We don't get a picture then. Maybe you don't have a child with them? There we go. Apparently, she sold off her father's assets in 1992, the year after he died, which combined with her inheritance immediately catapulted her into an almost unimaginable level of wealth. A writer at a Business Watch who was assigned to report on this news seems to disapprove of the move immensely. While the article does touch on the announcement of who took over the licorice division as well as what was to become of the maple candy factory, the entire text seemed to be dripping with contempt that someone would be willing to dismantle and gut such a successful company to earn a quick buck. The article ends with a dig at Robin's personal life and lack of traditional values, but who am I to judge? Maybe she sold it to ensure a better future for her own children. Oh wait, oh wow. Maybe, but at least she knew that children in the lifestyle she was doing, if she liked to party like that, was not what she needed. So I can't fault her. This is a lot going on, and I'm not sure I'm getting anywhere. Not really. I still gotta figure this out. I really just need one more to actually. This is the only person I know for sure is locked in. Let's go to the next one. Oh, wait. First, let's do Sonya real quick. I really just wanted a picture, something. All right, next. China. One of the companies created, wait. To manufacture and distribute Roottree candy. It was developed as part of the Roottree Everywhere initiative in 1979. During the late 70s, China began to go through a period of economic reform. This led to new opportunities for American companies, and the Roottree Candy Company decided to pounce. Lang Hongbo, who was said to personally win over the Roottree family and was the owner of multiple textile factories, did not wish to import the ingredients and build a special factory to manufacture the candy in China. So instead, they made a deal to import bulk unpackaged Roottree candy and label it for not only China but additional markets. Hongbo, who was already in his mid-50s when the deal happened, only had daughters, and his brother Lang Hongyu took control upon his death in 1986. After Hongbo died in 92, it passed to the eldest child from the next generation, Lang Xinyu. Okay, Lang Hongbo. The Langtown Textile Corporation was a company that helped expand Rootree's products in China since the 1970s. The company seems very initiated by Lang Hongbo. After death, the brother Lang Hongyu then to oldest child of next gen. Lang, then we need to figure out whose child you are. I don't know if that's gonna make sense to me later, but the company seems very accomplished. Their sites have quotes from many different reporters and news articles listed on it. It's nearly every language. It also mentioned quite often a website about Chinese businesses, but those mentions are company focused and not people focused, and don't offer any information useful to your investigation. Their page contains a rudimentary leadership timeline with the names that prove that the company has been in the Lang family for a long time. It kind of looks like a family tree. It goes back to at least 250 years in some form or another. During the period where they began with the Roottree deal, Lang Hongbo, in China the family name comes first, so Lang's his last name, you know that, was the CEO. He died before the internet was widespread, so there was not much out there other than his name on the website. His younger brother, Lang Hongyu, is featured on the history section directly following him. This also seems to be the only mention of the man. The current CEO, simply female. Current CEO. Listed as simply Xinyu. The site doesn't list her last name, though she does appear in the family tree below Hongbo. Is Lang her actual family name? Lang Tai has few American logos on its page. One is the Roottree logo, another is Tranquilis, and the third is Piece of Asia. Search. That's fine. She may be a Roottree. Piece of Asia is an American arm of Lang Tai located in Pittsburgh. So many things in Pittsburgh. According to their site, it translates to peaceful, so they chose their name in American to match. There are a lot of other companies listed here, too many to investigate, as very few of them seem to have any relevance. It seems Peace in Asia is nearly as accomplished as Lang Tai. They offer fabrics and cloths as wholesale prices that you don't spot anything out of the ordinary. The business is said to be owned by husband and wife Jerry and Linda Han. translates to peaceful. Owned by husband, wife, Jerry and Linda Han. Their Chinese names are listed to and from using an online translator. Of course, Jerry is Han. Jerry. Han Jinwei. And Linda is, of course, Lang Danielle. Twins, maybe? I'm gonna put you here. They just split up. That messes a lot of stuff up. Okay, go back. Actually, no, go forward. Lang Danielle. Nope. Han Jinwoo. Let's try periodical. Lang Danielle is mentioned very briefly in an article about in vitro fertilization in 1979. Details are new at the time. Medical industry. In vitro fertilization was brand new, barely a year old, and the first successful IVF birth in 1978. It seems the industry began to grow and featured articles about different companies all over the world, and the cost that they would charge for their services was in Business Watch. This includes a few cases of high-profile customers willing to pay a premium. Apparently, at the time, the CEO of Lang Tai was Lang Hongbo. Huh? And his daughter, Lang Yao, and her. Okay. Okay, there we go. This is what I don't know. I don't need this. Delete. And his, where was I? Zhao Yao. Youngest daughter of Lang Hongbo. The youngest daughter and her husband could not have children, so in an attempt to create a suitable heir, he paid Kinjins to have their child implanted in his older daughter, who was unmarried. The cost for this was apparently 380,000 yuan. I never know how to pronounce that correctly. Or just over 100,000 USD. Come on. Lang Hongyu had baby via IVF, maybe, or younger sister. Oh no. Anyhow. Oh, this is a lot. Okay. Let's go down. The T. Okay, let's go back. I don't think this matters, but oh. Pigeons was a medical company with operations in both the U.S. and China. They made international news in 1994. Wait. I'm still in businesses. They made international news in 1994 after a whistleblower came forward. Apparently, their services were in some cases falsified. While they did often perform IVF, the whistleblower proved that a few of their customers paid for a very early service, an alibi. Oh, the company would claim they performed IVF on someone already pregnant to create a cover story from high-profile families who did not want to give up the child but did not want the shame of an unmarried mother. The whistleblower claimed that they had helped. The whistleblower claimed that they had helped to do this at least 6 times, but only provided proof of one case: the daughter of an American politician who is unrelated to your investigation. They shut down soon after, and both founders have been reportedly fled to Lebanon, where there is no extradition to either China or the U.S. Okay, that makes sense. So, I need a freaking picture. Question is, I'm going to keep this here. Then I'm going to put, oh, this sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna put crap. I'm gonna do Susie's. I'm gonna keep you guys here. And I'm gonna swap Sonia. I need to go back. Not you. Exit this. Were Christmas bash. Travel. So okay, it was here. Okay, so it could be them. Maybe. I'm gonna do I'm gonna move you guys. I'm gonna do Thomas Hughes here. I don't think this is correct, not really, but I'm gonna put then I'm gonna do, no, that's not right. Sonia, Source, and then Edson, Source, and then Fabio, and now I'm gonna take you off. I'm gonna put Hong Yu. Why is Hong Bo on here? That's still correct. I'll keep that for now. Okay, let's go back. I did Long Yao. Let's do you. Much fewer results than Lang Tai. Oh, even featuring a business watch. Thank you. She missed out on the Watchman. Oh, I forgot that's a thing, isn't it? Langzin. Wait, what did I do? I don't remember these, that it's more than one name. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to people. Watch business, March in 1992, Watchman of the Year. Born in 1947, and the first of 2 children. Her mother was already in the 30s when she had her and had trouble conceiving a second time until 3 years later. This was her sister. It became clear that her father was not going to have a son to pass down, but this is how Yu became involved. Her father stayed the president for a long time, and her and his daughters grew up. He began training them in hopes that one of them would have a son and could take over. One helped him in China, Zhen Yu, and the other in the US and USA. Okay, we know that. We know. Wait. No, that's right. Neither were given any official titles. When he died, due to social dynamics, the business passed to his male sibling, a younger brother. Many in the know knew that this could be a problem. His brother, the uncle, was not a businessman and was not much younger than his brother. During this time, Zenyu efficiently ran the company and as her uncle's consultant. He began to have problems related to dementia, and Zenyu had already been running things behind the scenes, but formed somewhat of a power play. She stopped working until the results of her absence began to cause problems, smart woman. Until only then did they admit they needed her. So come on. Periodical, Business Watch. Oh, we did. Oh. I need a freaking picture. Is Watchman of the Year not here anymore? Oh, never mind. That's part of this. Let's do. I really want a picture of you. There we go. Textile company. I think I put that already, right?